Dear friends, today we will talk about an extremely important topic: 10 mistakes to avoid in old age. These mistakes can seriously affect the quality of our lives and even their duration. But don't worry, we'll tell you how to avoid them and how to make your golden years truly happy and fulfilling. Did you know that older people who avoid these common mistakes live on average 7 to 10 years longer? Yes, it's amazing, but it's a fact. So listen carefully, as this knowledge can literally prolong your life. We will reveal all the secrets that will help you stay young in body and spirit, even as the years take their toll. Ready? Then let's begin. The first mistake is ignoring your health. Many older people believe that health problems are a normal part of aging that nothing can be done about. But this is not true at all. Regular medical checkups, a healthy lifestyle, and timely treatment can work wonders. Let's take the example of John, who at the age of 70 decided to skip his annual doctor's visits. A couple of years later, he was diagnosed with early-stage cancer, which was successfully treated. But if John hadn't ignored his health, this disease might have been detected even earlier, when the chances of recovery were even higher. So never neglect your health, even if you think everything is fine with you. Regular preventive checkups can save your life. The second mistake is refusing physical activity. Many older people believe that they no longer need to exercise or just move more. But this is a huge mistake. Regular physical activity is vital for maintaining health in old age. It helps preserve muscle mass, improves flexibility and coordination, and reduces the risk of falls and fractures. Let's take the example of Maria, who at the age of 75 decided to completely abandon physical activity. A couple of years later, she began to experience serious problems with mobility and then was confined to a wheelchair. And if she had at least gone for a light walk or done yoga once a week, her condition would have been much better. So don't be afraid to move, even if you're already over 70. Your body will thank you for it. The third mistake is ignoring mental health. Unfortunately, many older people believe that depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders are a normal part of aging. But this is absolutely not the case. Deterioration of mental health in old age can be associated with various factors, from loneliness and loss of loved ones to chronic illnesses. And if you don't seek help in time, the consequences can be the saddest. Let's take the example of Peter, who after retiring withdrew into himself, stopped communicating with friends and relatives. A year later, he developed severe depression, which he tried to drown in alcohol. As a result, Peter ended up in the hospital with serious health problems. But if he had sought help from a psychologist or psychotherapist in time, things might have turned out differently. So don't be afraid to ask for help if you feel your mental health is deteriorating. It's completely normal and even necessary to maintain quality of life. The fourth mistake is refusing to learn and develop. Many older people believe that at their age it's too late to learn something new or master new skills. But this is a huge misconception. The human brain is capable of learning and developing at any age. Moreover, regular mental exercises help maintain mental clarity and prevent the development of dementia. Let's take the example of Anna, who at the age of 80 decided that she no longer needed to master a computer or learn a foreign language. A couple of years later, she began to have problems with memory, concentration, and was then diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. And if Anna had continued to constantly train her brain, perhaps this terrible disease would have developed much later or not at all. So it's never too late to learn something new. It's the key to your longevity and mental clarity. The fifth mistake is ignoring social connections. Unfortunately, many older people become more and more isolated from society as they age. They lose friends and loved ones, go out less, and reduce social contacts. But this is a huge mistake. Maintaining social connections is vital for older people. Communicating with friends, relatives, and participating in various clubs and communities helps maintain mental and physical health, reduces the risk of depression and dementia. Let's take the example of Ivan, who after retiring practically stopped going out and communicating with people. A few years later, he developed severe depression and then Parkinson's disease. And if Ivan had continued to regularly meet with friends, attend a veterans club, or volunteer, his condition would have been much better. So don't be afraid to maintain social connections even if you're already over 70. It's the key to your longevity and happiness. The sixth mistake is improper nutrition. Unfortunately, many older people neglect a healthy diet, preferring harmful products. But this is a huge mistake. A balanced diet rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber is vital for maintaining health in old age. It helps prevent the development of chronic diseases, strengthens the immune system, and even slows down the aging process. Let's take the example of Maria, who at the age of 75 began to eat only processed foods and fast food. A couple of years later, she developed serious health problems, from high blood pressure to diabetes. And if Maria had adhered to a healthy, balanced diet filled with fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and lean proteins, her condition would have been much better. So don't neglect proper nutrition, even if you're already over 70. It's the key to longevity and robust health. The seventh mistake is refusing sleep and rest. Many older people believe that they no longer need as much sleep as they did in their youth. But this is a huge misconception. Full sleep and regular rest are vital for maintaining health in old age. They help restore strength, improve cognitive functions, and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Let's take the example of Ivan, who at the age of 75 began to sleep only 4 to 5 hours a day, thinking that it was enough for him. A couple of years later, he began to have problems with memory, concentration, and was then diagnosed with dementia. And if Ivan had devoted enough time to full sleep and regular rest, perhaps this terrible disease would have developed much later or not at all. So don't forget about the importance of sleep and rest, even if you're already over 70. It's the key to your longevity and mental clarity. The eighth mistake is neglecting financial planning. Unfortunately, many older people do not pay enough attention to their financial well-being, relying on state pensions or the help of their children. But this is a huge mistake. Competent financial planning is vital for ensuring a decent life in old age. It allows you to avoid financial difficulties associated with illnesses, unexpected expenses, or reduced income. Let's take the example of Maria, who her whole life saved money in the hope of a carefree old age. But when she retired, she faced serious financial problems due to rising prices and unexpected medical expenses. As a result, Maria had to sell her apartment just to make ends meet. And if she had planned her finances in advance, perhaps she could have avoided these difficulties. So don't neglect financial planning, even if you're already over 70. It's the key to your peace of mind and confidence in the future. The ninth mistake is refusing new hobbies and interests. Unfortunately, many older people believe that at their age it's too late to start something new. But this is a huge misconception. Mastering new hobbies and interests is vital for maintaining brain activity and preventing the development of dementia. They help maintain interest in life and bring joy and positive emotions. Let's take the example of Ivan, who at the age of 75 decided that he no longer needed to learn anything new. A couple of years later, he began to have problems with memory, concentration, and was then diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. And if Ivan had continued to constantly discover something new, be it painting, playing a musical instrument, or learning a foreign language, perhaps this terrible disease would have developed much later or not at all. So it's never too late to start something new. It's the key to your longevity and mental clarity. The 10th mistake is refusing travel and new experiences. Unfortunately, many older people believe that at their age it's too late to discover something new. But this is a huge misconception. Travel and new experiences are vital for maintaining brain activity and preventing the development of dementia. They help maintain interest in life and bring joy and positive emotions. Let's take the example of Maria, who at the age of 75 decided that she no longer needed to go anywhere. A couple of years later, she began to have problems with memory, concentration, and was then diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. And if Maria had continued to travel, discover new places and cultures, perhaps this terrible disease would have developed much later or not at all. So it's never too late to embark on new adventures. It's the key to your longevity and mental clarity. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We promise to continue delighting you with useful and inspiring content. And in the next video, we'll tell you how to calculate your financial code and achieve success with the help of numerology. So don't miss it. See you next time, friends.